Rockets' comeback attempt falls short against Pelicans. James Harden never wanted a foul to be considered in the act of shooting more. The Rockets had spent the season vexed by the rule change that eliminated continuation calls, no one as much as Harden. But with the Rockets down 3 in the final seconds and the Pelicans choosing to foul Harden before he could take a 3 to tie, Harden tried one more time to gather and shoot as he was grabbed. He did not pull it off. He was awarded just 2 free throws and intentionally missed his second attempt, missing the rim entirely, as the Pelicans held on, 115 to 113, wasting a Rockets comeback with one last push and a final defensive stand. The Pelicans had controlled the game most of the way, with Anthony Davis scoring 27 points with 11 rebounds and DeMarcus Cousins scoring 15 points with 13 rebounds and 11 assists. But when the Rockets found their three-point touch, led by Chris Paul and Eric Gordon, the Rockets rallied. The Rockets had come all the way back from down 21. With three-pointers from Trevor Ariza and Paul, and a pass from Harden to set up Luc Mbah for a dunk, they tied the game with 2.5 minutes left. But they still had to deal with the Pelicans' two-headed monster inside. After Davis put in a pair of free throws, Cousins ripped the ball away from Mbah and set up Darius Miller for a corner three. Paul sank a pull-up jumper before Ariza knocked down another three, to tie the game again. But then, the Rockets were out of stops. After Jrue Holiday drove to a left-hand floater in the lane, Harden missed from 20 feet with 43 seconds left. This time, the Rockets were out of stops. They did coax a miss out of E'Twaun Moore in the corner, but Cousins put in the rebound for a 4-point lead with 15 seconds left. Davis fouled Paul shooting a three-pointer, and Paul put in all 3 free throws with 8 seconds remaining to cut the lead to 1. But after Miller was fouled, the Pelicans led by 3 with 4.1 seconds left, giving the Rockets a last chance to shoot for overtime. Harden, however, could not get into his shooting motion in time. The Rockets' hope to counter the Pelicans' muscle with three-point shooting did not work out for most of the night, while only Paul and Gordon could make their shots. Trailing by 21 with less than 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter, the Rockets were not quite ready to pull the plug, but one more Pelicans run might have been enough for the Rockets to call it a night. With that, the Rockets made the first sustained run of the night, getting stops when Davis cooled off for a few minutes and even putting in a few threes. The Rockets pieced together a 17-4 run late in the third quarter, with Paul scoring 10 points in the final 2:15 before the fourth quarter. The Rockets were still struggling to find anyone else to knock down their usual shots. With the Pelicans up 10, Mbah ended and began the fourth quarter missing open threes. But even when Gordon found his touch, hitting 3 straight from deep, each time he could only bring the Rockets back to 7. Finally, the Rockets broke through that barrier, with Paul taking a steal to a layup and a three-point play, bringing them within 4 with 8 minutes left. That gave him 30 points in 30 minutes, but in the next 31 seconds, he picked up his 4th and 5th fouls, forcing him to the bench. Other than Gordon, the Rockets had not found a reliable scorer all night. But as Harden returned, the Rockets were in position to steal a win in a game that seemed on the brink of hopeless. Other than a brief burst, they were still looking for their usual three-point shooting touch. When they found it, they sent the game to the final 2.5 minutes tied. After spending so much of the night unable to make shots or get stops, the Rockets had a last chance. The Pelicans, however, had answers, up to the point they fouled just in time.